TSA workers say the Trump administration is putting passengers at risk. Thanks for joining us on Wish TV. I'm Tim Spears. The Department of Homeland Security is ending its collective bargaining agreement with the Transportation Security Administration, impacting about 50,000 TSA officers, including 400 union workers here in Indiana. News 8's Raina Rebel talked to a local union leader who believes this could hurt staff and weaken safety.
I spoke with AFGE Local 618, a local TSA union. They called this decision an unprovoked attack and are ready to fight back, claiming it undermines their rights and retaliates against their challenges to Trump administration policies.
We want to make sure that 9/11 does not happen again. And if we are not allowed to exercise our rights, if we are not allowed to protect our employees, if we're not allowed to set them up for success, 9/11 could happen again, just because of some political bureaucracy.
Officials from the Department of Homeland Security claim that the collective bargaining agreement allowed underperforming employees to stay in their jobs, saying that made the TSA less effective. DHS says that their actions would lead to a more modern and effective workforce to protect U.S. transportation.
This affects everything from our attendance, calling in sick, bidding for shifts, seniority, parking, paying for parking at the airport. That's now all up for grabs, and it's up to the agency to make all these determinations, and they're trying to say that they are allowed to do it unilaterally.
The move follows a larger strategy by the Trump administration to weaken protections for federal workers. Recently, a memo was sent to government agencies requiring them to report how much time employees spent on union activities, suggesting that nearly 200 employees nationwide were working full-time on union issues. The union I spoke to disputes this claim.
That we are not the exclusive representative of the TSA workforce at the moment. So this leaves people with no one to represent them. This leaves them open for their seniority being changed in some way, which they use to bid for their shifts, to bid for time off, which a lot of our TSOs have to plan for an entire year ahead.
The TSA is currently without a leader, following President Trump's firing of Administrator David Pekoske in late January. Pekoske oversaw the TSA when the original collective bargaining agreement was signed in May as part of the agency's efforts to improve pay and employee morale.
As civil servants and as Americans, we deserve the right to be able to be represented. And so, now we're in that fight mode. Things that are running through our heads is, how do we attack this? What do we do next? How do we strengthen this? How do we get this across to the public that what is going on here isn't right?
We are going to enforce our contract. We are going to make sure that the administration knows, that TSA knows, that we're not going anywhere. We're still going to be representing people, and this contract is a binding contract. Determination or not, it is a standalone agreement, and they have to honor it.
Reporting in Indianapolis, I'm Raina Rebel for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.